Hi everybody, it's Alex. I wanted to show you some things that I was working on today and then show you really quickly how you can make it. Okay, so do you remember a few haul videos ago where I bought some wooden spools from Michael's? They were on clearance for like 99 cents for the pack. These right here. Let's see if I can. There we go. These little things. And then yesterday, was it yesterday? I found all of the old wooden spools at Goodwill. Probably like, well, a couple of them were plastic. I didn't notice, so they were kind of broken, so I threw those away. But I think I had like 4 or 5 wooden ones. Well, I wanted to make little Christmas ornaments with them. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys, because most of these are dry, what I was doing, and then I'll show you really quickly how to make one of the more simple ones. Okay, the very first one that I did was this little one here, and I did this with the tape. I used it on my Snowman card that I showed yesterday, and it was making memories tape. I'm pretty sure I got it in one of those, you know, those $9.99 bags that Michael's would sell. Here we go. Came in a little pack like this. I just used this sticky tape. It was like the perfect width for the spool. So I used that. And I used a head pin and put a little bead on there. It kind of sinks in there. It's kind of small. And then I put one on the top. And then you can take a Christmas hook thing, and you'd be able to hang it on your Christmas tree, or like a mini Christmas tree, or you didn't have to use this big one. You can use a smaller regular one, or you can use ribbon. And then I took stickles, and I did silver stickles on that one. Okay. Then the second one I did this little snowman guy. And this time I did it because the head pin wasn't quite long enough. I did it with an eye pin, which has the loop already made at the end. So since there's this open loop there, it'll look naked without anything. So I just added a little charm thing that I made. And then this is a snowman, some snowman buttons that I got at Michael's. Came in a little pack like this for like $1.99. Then this stuff is some, I want to call it like a shoelace type cord. That's what it feels like, that Paula gave me. And then these plastic beads, I used plastic beads on just about all of them. I think one of them has a glass bead. They're from a little baggie that Carrie sent me, and more than likely Carrie is an avid like yard sailor and thrift store shopper, so they came from the thrift store also. And what I tried to do was I tried to make things with things that I already had on hand, not to run out and try to buy anything else, and try to make things with the things that I have found, you know, at the thrift store. So that was my little goal I had. Okay, my third one that I made was this red one here, and I used some red trim that I got. See, I put some glossy accents on it because it was really wanting to come apart. Red trim that I got at Goodwill. See, you can see it's only about this big from here to here, and I wrapped them like one time and glued it, and then one time and glued it. I didn't want to like keep wrapping it over itself. Then this little die cut piece is from the little Christmas pack that I got from Joann's. And then the same thing, I used a head pin, but down here I put this little dangle. This is the only little glass bead that's on here. And this little bear is from a little pack of gold charms that Paula sent me. And, you know, a little gold bead and some beads here. And then the wooden spools, like if you notice, this one had a little bit of color, and that one I did tea dye on. I just rubbed tea dye, Tim Holtz ink, This one, I rubbed some broken china. That's why it's like blue. And then this one was the fired brick. And I did put a little bit of glue there so that the thing would stop flopping around. So that's that one. And I also did this one. This one's pink and purple. This one has, because you know what? See the top? Oops, I'm sorry. See the top and the bottom? I went over it with the Tim Holtz Dusty Concord, and it did not look purple. It just looked like a piece of wet wood. So I used some of this cord that I got at Michael's on clearance one time, wrapped it around it. Then I used some of my spray glue, my spray adhesive, and I sprayed it and I sprinkled glitter over top of it. And then I just used some beads and again made a little charm, and then used a snowflake, and I put stickles on the snowflake. But yeah, so that's how this turned out. Then I did another one here. This one I did black soot on the spool, and I wrapped these. It's kind of thick, but the thing is only again like this wide right here, here to here. So I wrapped it once and glued it, and then once and glued it. And then I took some of those the twig sprays that I found yesterday and hot glued them in there, made a little dangly charm thingy here, and then left this really long so that you know you can nicely get your little hook there and be able to hang it up. So I did that one. Then my very last one that I just got finished making, and it's my favorite, is this one here. It's double, see if I can zoom out. It's a double, wooden spools. They're a couple of the vintage ones that I found at Goodwill. I just left the paper on there. I went over these two with Vintage Photo. And then this trim here was from, since there was no takers on my my lace thing yesterday, so I just went in there and I found some trim that I liked and I used that. And this is some like hem facing or seam binding or something like that. I used it on a card a little while ago. I hot glued them together. Then I did the same thing. I did each one of these individually. I wrapped it, glued, wrapped a second one, glued it, wrapped a third one, glued it. Then I glued this ribbon like to this to make sure that it would stand like upright, like this wouldn't flop down. And then this little Christmas tree came with my snowman pack of Christmas trees. And I just made a little green bow. So that is that. And I wanted to, actually I have one more, but it was drying. I have it here. This blue one with the snowflake. It was drying. I have it resting, hanging off of that paintbrush. So I wanted to show you real quick. We'll use one of these. Now you can, oh, that one that I just showed you with the, I said it's still drying, I used actually this paint dauber that Heather gave me from the Paper Castle, and then it was almost dry and I sprinkled some glitter on it. And then I'm like, man, it's not glittery enough. So I sprayed glue on the spool with my spray adhesive, and then I dumped more glitter on it. So that's how I got that one. You could use like paint. I was just trying not to make too much of a mess. But for this one, we're going to try this crushed olive. And I have some of these, but for this color in particular, I don't have one and I don't really want to mix them. So I need to buy some more of those. So I'm just going to use one of these that are for the alcohol inks, these little felt things. Works fine. Now I'm just going to rub it on there. Start rubbing my spool. Oh, that looks pretty, that green. I was saving to do this one. I thought to myself, I should figure out what I'm gonna do. You know, get all the pieces ready and then be able to do it. Kind of like, you know, some people already have things cut and things like that. And then I'm like, I'll just wing it. So you can keep going over it, make it as dark as you want. And see like how on the very edge it's really light? Well, if you're gonna wrap it with paper, you're not gonna see this part, but if you're gonna do ribbon, sometimes it shows through. But see, this thing, it's not really a problem. This little felt thing. You can probably use one of those round makeup felty things or makeup applicator sponge, whatever. This is just what I had. And now I have green fingers. I've only washed my hands like 600 times today. Okay, so I figure I did leave, where'd it go? I did leave this green on here, on the table, because I wanted to try to use it. Okay, now beside my desk, I think I told you this the other day, all of my plugs are taken, so I don't have hot glue plugged in. So I'm going to use some glossy accents, or else I'd have to keep running back and forth to my kitchen to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I didn't like this look, how it would be wrapped like that. You see how like sort of overlap? I don't like that. So I just did this. Where's my glossy accents? Here we go. I put some on here. Oops, sorry. Not in the view. I put some down. Should I zoom in? There we go. I put some down there. Maybe a little bit more. Or you can use, I have a couple different adhesives here. Oops. I just inked on it too tight. This is the first time that I've done the ribbon right on, you know, onto the spool. Whoops. I'm out of the frame again. I was trying to fix it. Here, I'm going to use, hopefully this works for me. I had to cut the tip open. Oops. Gosh, I keep going out of frame. I'm not good at this tutorial type thing. Okay, so we got one. Then I want to find where they meet, and I'm going to do it again. I changed glues. This one dries clear, so. Then I just like overlap it and cut it. And then on some of them, I think you really do need the glossy accents. Whoops. So the ends don't fray. Like on a couple of mine. And then you know what I used, because my finger sticks to everything, I used the little end of this and I just sort of held it down for a sec. Kind of messy. That edge is not. This is hard to do on the spot. Okay. So that, oh, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this snowman button. And I might be able to glue him right in front of where we glued that together, so you won't be able to see it. So I'm going to take my shank remover, If not, you just get a pair of pliers if you don't have one of these, and point it down. Okay. Then I used glossy accents on the other snowman, though hot glue would go so much faster. And I'm going to put him right here. You know what? I probably didn't even get the... Oh yeah, I did. It's trying to make me look bad. So, if I remember right, oops, I held him for a minute. I really need to use a glue gun, but glue gun is our best friend. So, you hold him and la 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 la. He's gonna keep slipping off because he wants to be a pain. Anyways, and then you can do the middle how you like. You can do the head pin. You can string like ribbon through, and then tie a knot at the end so it doesn't come through the string doesn't come out. You can do that. Man, I wish I had a hot glue gun right now. And I think I turned it off. I would run and go. Let me hang them on my paintbrush for a second. Okay, so I don't think I have any. Alright. I was looking to see if I had beads up here, but I don't think I do. So 1 second. See, this is the little baggie that was from Carrie. Oh, my stuff's falling out. And let's see, our snowman was green and red, right? So I'm gonna find green and red. Then, see, these aren't very long. These are from Carrie also. But you need like super long ones. So this one, do this bigger one at the bottom. So this head pin part doesn't go through the bead. He is not going to want to dry on there. Stay. I knew this wasn't going to go well if I tried to do it in front of somebody. Okay, so you know what we'll do? We'll mess with this one. We will. While that one's drying, the snowman is too sensitive. So let's see. That's like a green and a blue. Do I even have a blue in here? No. We'll just do plain green. Just make sure that this doesn't, no, that works, okay. Oh wait, that's gonna go through the hole right there. See, it'll slide right in. So I need a bigger one. A bigger bottom one. And that'll probably still go somewhat through. Yep, see how that does that? Fits right in there. But I'm not digging the green. I should have had all this out. Maybe I can just do red. I don't know. Anyways, I'll just finish it for time's sake. So I put the other one little bead on here. Oh wait, that's a small one. Oh, I'm not doing good. Not at all. See how small these are? The little, oops, the little head pin part. That's why. And then you gotta make this loopy loop here. I'm sorry this isn't going as planned, but I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to describe, that you can use jewelry findings. See, there's that. Then you take your whatever sort of hook or ribbon. Well, ribbon, I don't know if ribbon would really go through that. Oops. Thread this on there. And then you can hang it on a mini tree. You can give them as gifts, whatever you like. Okay, well, I guess I'll give you guys an update on that Santa ornament, but for now, he's being a pain. And sorry I didn't have all this sort of set. I thought I could wing it, but I guess I can't. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked everything I made. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.